Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to see about the part 15 of the Indian Constitution, which is elections. And the concerned provisions which is related to this part is Article 324 to 329. And the UGC net may ask questions like giving the provisions, that is article on one side and the short title in the other side and laws for you to match the question. Okay, so the first article 324 is about the powers of the election commission. The powers are superintendence, direction and control of the preparation of the electoral rolls and the conduct of all the elections related to parliament, to the legislature of every state, and of the elections to the offices of president and vice president. This you have to be thorough with. So it has the powers over the elections of parliament, legislature of each state, and also president and vice presidential elections. Then in the class 2 it is said that the election commission shall consist of a chief election commissioner as well as other election commissioners, and these persons are appointed by the president of India. So the chief election commissioner plus the other election commissioners will constitute this election commission. And in the clause 3 it is stated that in case of chief election commissioner and the other election commissioner, the chief election commissioner will act as the chairman of the election commission. And the clause says that the president may also appoint regional commissioners apart from these chief and the other election commissioners. Okay, then in the clause 5 it is about the conditions of service and tenure of office of the election commissioners and the regional commissioners. So it will be determined by the president of India. And also two protections were given for chief election commissioner, that the chief election commissioner shall not be removed in like manner and on the like grounds as that of the judge of Supreme Court. So the election commissioner, chief election commissioner's removal will happen in the same manner as that of the judge of Supreme Court. And also the other protection is that conditions of the service of the chief election commissioner shall not be varied to his disadvantage after his appointment. Okay, so the condition of service has already been decided by the president. So after he has been appointed as the chief election commissioner, his conditions of service cannot be changed. Okay, then the protection is also given for the other election commissioner and the regional commissioner, that he cannot be removed except on the recommendation of the chief election commissioner. So these protections were given to enable these authorities to work without fear of getting removal. Okay, then the clause 6. So clause 6 says that the president or the governor of the state make available to this election commission such staff as may be necessary. So apart from these authorities, in case the election commission requires any other staff to carry on with the functions of the election commission, the president or governor of state can appoint the state government employees or the central government employees to work along with the election commission. Then moving on to the next article, Article 325. 325 is about the electoral roll. It says that there shall be one general electoral roll for every territorial constituency. And it also says that no person shall be ineligible for inclusion on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, or any of them. So it's very simple that there should be a electoral roll for every territorial constituency, and no one should be excluded from that electoral roll based on the grounds religion, race, caste, sex, or any of them. So there should not be any discrimination. Then Article 326, and it is about the adult suffrage, and it says every person who is citizen of India and who is not less than 18 years of age. So the two criteria are he should be a citizen of India and he should be a major. So these persons shall be entitled to be registered as a voter at any election. Okay, so this two, if he has fulfilled these two criteria, he can be registered as a voter. But it has some exception, that is if in case that person is disqualified under this constitution or any other law made by the appropriate legislature on the ground of non-residence, unsoundness of mind, crime, or corrupt practices or illegal practices, then that person cannot be registered as a voter. So remember these grounds in an order. This may come in the exam: non-residence, unsoundness of mind, crime, corrupt practices, or illegal practices. And also you have to remember that this 18 years was changed from 21 years in the 61st Constitutional Amendment Act 1989. This may also come for the examination. Then moving on to the next article, Article 327, it says that the Parliament have power to make provision with regard to the preparation of electoral rolls, the delimitation of constituencies, and all other matters necessary. Okay, so based on this, the Parliament has made several acts, and some of the examples are Representation of Peoples Act 1950-51, Delimitation Act 1952, Presidential and Vice Presidential Elections Act 1952. So the Parliament can make provisions with regard to the election. That is the point provided under Article 327. Article 328 is very much similar to the Article 327. There, the power is given to the Parliament, whereas in this article, the power is given to the legislature of the state to make provisions with regard to the elections of the houses or a house of the legislature of the state. So the same, okay. So Article 329 is about the bar to interference by the court in the electoral matters. So it says that we have already said under Article 327 the Parliament has the power to make provisions, and in Article 328 the state legislature has the power to make provisions related to the election. So in this Article 329 it is stated that the law made under these articles shall not be called in question in any court. Okay, and the clause B says that in case the election related to the House of Parliament or the House or Houses of Legislature of state shall be called in question, it should be called only, it can be challenged only through an election petition. This is simple, so simple. So it has given some bar to the interference by the courts with regard to the electoral matters. That's it. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you so much.